Hello music listeners, music haters, and people that noticed that I got a haircut. I can't always be making hour-long videos, you know? So we're gonna test out something, kind of feel our way through this together. I'm gonna talk about a few tracks that came out in the past week or so, kind of selected at random, no particular rhyme or reason for each song picked, just what I've noticed came out, and we're gonna talk about them and see how it goes. And starting off, we have Dance With You by eunhae. I'm not actually sure if that's how you pronounce it, but we're gonna roll with it until I'm corrected. Dance With You is a nice dance and electronic track from eunhae. You have these really nice airy and dreamy vocals kind of sitting underneath this upbeat and melodic dance track. The vocals sit in the background in a way that doesn't make them feel like they're being drowned out, but more so that the vocals are part of the production. They're kind of blending with the sounds and the melodies. It's super bouncy, it's super fun, it's really enjoyable, and I think eunhae does a great job with this. Up next, we have Burn My Eyebrows with Kerosene by HeyLee Manzeron featuring Popular Reject. This song is really nice. It's an emo trap installment from HeyLee, and the vocals come in, and HeyLee's vocals are very well done. They're also very dry, which isn't a bad thing, but I do wonder how this would sound with maybe just a little bit of room space just to kind of fill out the gaps a little bit. Popular Reject comes in with vocals that are a little more processed than HeyLee's. You have some nice glitch effects that really propel the vocals forward, some nice octave changes to show range, and HeyLee also comes in on the chorus with this super nice falsetto that I think is pretty hard to accomplish for a lot of people, so props to HeyLee for doing it and getting it right. Pretty good track overall. Then we have The Niteman, Dayman Solos Canonically by Sewerperson. This is a Brody produced track that I think kind of falls in line with the stylistic choices being made on songs like Hell in a Cell, although that song was definitively funk, and this maybe deviates a little way from that in terms of production. But here we have Sewerperson kind of doing what we've been seeing a lot recently of with these very descriptive and detailed lyrics, this super airy high pass on the vocals. I like this track a lot, and I like how jagged and stuttered the vocals and the production kind of feel at times. Up next, we have I Hope You're Happy by Yokai Dreams. Yokai Dreams is not an artist that I'm necessarily super familiar with, but I happened to see the song come up in my feed, so I went ahead and gave it a listen or two, and I like it a lot. It's a nice smooth R&B track with a pretty good vocal performance with some processed and roomy vocals to really fill out the ambience and atmosphere. The production on it is nothing crazy, nothing we haven't heard before from an R&B song, but it's got some nice piano, it's got some nice spaciness in the percussion to kind of give it this really nice atmospheric and reverby sound. Yokai Dreams' vocal performance is pretty great, and I really like the stuttery, deep bass tone layered underneath the vocals. It really gives them the depth and the sort of like room to fill out the song. And of course, about halfway through, there's this nice peak in energy, and it's a pretty interesting and fun stylistic production and vocal choices. Up next, we have Y2K Baby from Kid Mango. This is a Kid Mango track, also produced by Kid Mango with help from Horosha with the guitar loop. I really like what Kid Mango did with the Horosha guitar because I really love Horosha's guitar, and I know that his guitar typically adheres to Midwest emo and emo sounds, so we're kind of getting a bit of an emo song from Kid Mango as well. Definitely using a lot of the styles and sounds from his music typically, but maybe in a more emo direction. I think this track is really great. I think Kid Mango comes through with a very catchy hook, some really nice verses, and I think that on this track, Kid Mango really gives himself room to let out some smooth, impressive vocals. It's a lot of fun, and it's one of my favorites in his recent release of songs. And then we have Rika by eunhae, produced by Noise. eunhae definitely flexes those high-range vocals in this track over a very poppy beat. I really like the sort of light twinkly bells or keys in the background that really give the song a nice energetic feel to it, layered underneath of eunhae's very melancholic and smooth vocals. Nice range from eunhae in this. I like the vocal performance a lot, and I definitely recommend. Where's the camera? I've got it cropped. I recommend checking this one out. It's pretty good. And then we have Cry Once, Cry Twice by teddyboi, another artist that I'm not too entirely familiar with. You have some nice kind of weak and weary and cracked vocal delivery for the beginning of the track. Very raspy, definitely really hammers home the emo sound. And then of course you have a bit of an energy boost later on in the song, and I think I like that part a lot more. I think it really showcases the authenticity and the passion behind teddyboi's voice here. And I'll probably be checking out more of their stuff. I think that this song has piqued my interest enough to check out more. Then we have If You Just Stay Here by wolfyy. This song is super dreamy and ambient, kind of like cloud rap, something maybe similar to like a Blade song. I don't listen to a lot of Blade, but I hope that comparison is accurate from what I've heard. The vocals kind of blend in with the production here, not necessarily supposed to be super, I guess, clear or comprehensible. I really like this track. I really like the spaciness and the ambience and the dreaminess of it. Overall, just a good like cloud rap, dream pop song kind of thing. Pretty good. Then we have It's Not Too Late by Horosha, nice EDM track released from Horosha. It's very nice to see. I really appreciate Horosha's blend of sounds on this, taking his typical Midwest emo and alt rock sounds and blending them together with dance and EDM sounds, especially in the percussion. You still get that trademark Horosha production vibe, but those added elements do kind of elevate it to this new stylistic shift. The vocals on this are very good. Horosha's got this nice low mid-range kind of delivery that I really like a lot, and the lyrics are concise, they get the point across, they're very nice. I love this song. I will always love Horosha's music. We got Being Yourself by MKULTRA, a nice pop song from MKULTRA here with the super light high-pitched vocals that MKULTRA seems to have been latching onto recently. And I love the production on this track, the nice poppy plucky guitar, and it honestly kind of reminds me of something that would have been produced for like Britney Spears in the 2000s, and that's definitely a compliment. I like this track a lot. I think MKULTRA is very talented, and I think he's very creative, and I think this song really shows a side of him that I would like to see more of. Very pleased to announce that we have a new Gecs song in the form of Hollywood Baby. Similar to the styles and aesthetics of Doritos and Fritos and Me Me Me, I'm very happy to see that 100 Gecs is furthering their take on a sort of punk rock sound with the inclusion of distorted and thrashy guitars. This is a really great track from Gecs. I think Laura and Dylan both do a great job on vocal performances. I think Laura's verse is really, really interesting. I think Dylan does a great job as always, and I really, really love the sort of anthemic, shouted chorus at the end of this. I think it really ties the track together, and I think that this is a very good sign of what's to come for the Gecs. Then we have Dance With Me, a Gray Skies produced song from Scoob. This song has all of the trademarks of a Scoob song, the very high vocals, the very dreamy sound to it. Looks like we have a self-proclaimed bedroom pop approach, which I would not say is inaccurate. I think this is a nice slower track from Scoob. I think it has a really nice ambience and atmosphere to it. And I think Scoob does a great job at bringing out these long, drawn-out high vocals, some kind of lower vocals in the beginning to introduce us to the sound of the track. And I haven't checked out a Scoob track in a while, but I'm very glad that I checked this one out. And then to end off this weekly list of tracks, we have Black Sheep by Carlby, a song produced by Irby and Jolst, performed by Carlby with additional vocals from Horosha, mixed by Gecs, and mastered by Brian Shortell. This was definitely a group effort, and I know this song came out 9 days ago, so it doesn't necessarily fall in the term of this past week, but I did want to talk about it. I didn't want those two extra days to prevent me from discussing this. Carlby does a great job on this. I think the super clean yelled vocals in the beginning over the guitar sounds amazing, and as always, I think Carlby's vocals on this are incredibly clean. The lyrics are great, and Horosha's background vocals really elevate the track. I know that Carlby has Horosha come in with the background vocals very frequently on his tracks, and it is always a pleasure to hear them. I think Carlby has a great mix of these super aggressive yet clean screaming vocals, and then mixed with the melodies and the sang portions. It's a really nice juxtaposition that I think Carlby balances pretty well. This song just further reinforces the idea that Carlby is a pop star before anything else. That is it. I'm gonna try to do this more often. It just depends on how lazy I feel at the end of any given week. Thanks for tuning in. I have some pretty big videos planned, but I wanted to kind of use this as a buffer to maybe just give you all something new to listen to. If you listen to any of the tracks that I've listed here, please let me know what you think about them, because I'm still kind of developing opinions as I listen to them. Some are super, super great. Some are pretty good. None of them are bad. I guess that's good. I didn't dislike any of them, so that's a good sign, right? We're off to a good start. And in terms of this series, I will see you all next week, and we will be talking about whatever songs have come out since now. Goodbye.